So I ran a poll asking you guys what you struggled with, and most people said social skills, which I'm quite surprised by, but at the same time, not really. Gen Z specifically struggles with social skills more than any other generation. I'm considered Gen Z as well, but I'm on the later side of Gen Z. I'm 28, so you could consider me like a Gen Z going into millennial, I think. That's what I believe it is. I understand the struggle, but I faced my own struggle, not with the technology most Gen Z people are faced with, but rather my internal state, which is more introverted than it is extroverted. My entire life, I never really liked talking to people in public, strangers, etc. I would consider myself now introverted and extroverted, but growing up, I was way more introverted. I lacked the ability to approach people. As I grew older, I started making videos with my buddy. Around 16, 17, we started this series where we'd have to approach really pretty women on college campuses and try to pick them up. And we did that for years and years on end. And through that series, I learned one very important, crucial element to being more social and just being able to talk to more people and being comfortable while doing so. I want to explain it this way. Being social is like working out. It's like going on a long run, okay? Before the run, I'm all up in my head. I'm like, fuck, I don't want to do this. This is going to suck. What if I break my leg? What if a car hits me? I have like the worst case scenarios in my mind of what might happen if I go on this run. And the brain does this on purpose. It wants to protect you. It doesn't want you to go out there and exert yourself and put yourself in harm's way. Your brain considers pretty much everything harm's way if it's not absolutely essential. So me going on a 10-mile run isn't absolutely essential. So I have these thoughts going into that. Let's start with this. When I put my shoes on, I gain momentum. I start thinking, you know what, this might be fun. I get out the door, I gain more momentum. Mile number 1, I gain more momentum. Mile number 3, I gain more momentum. And by mile 6/7, I am in a complete flow state. That run becomes enjoyable. My brain adapts and thinks, you know what? This isn't half fucking bad. I actually enjoy this. Nothing bad happened. This is great. And then I keep going. My pace increases. It becomes better. And everything's just a lot easier. Most of the time, I end up doing more than I set out to do because it's just so fun and I'm in this flow state. Being social is no different. Approaching anybody, socializing, your brain goes through the same process. It begins with, fuck, worst case scenario. What happens if she rejects me? What happens if they laugh at me? What happens if they think I'm an idiot? What happens if this? What happens if they stab me? What happens if that? Then you start walking towards that group that you want to socialize with. You gain momentum. You open up with, hey, how you guys doing? You gain more momentum. You crack a joke, they laugh. You gain more momentum. And by the end of that encounter, you feel like you want to go talk to more people, and it becomes tremendously easier to muster up the courage to do it again, then do it again, then do it again. By 5-6 interactions later, it's fun. You like it. You're like, I want to talk to fucking everybody now, and you don't have these thoughts anchoring you back and holding you. It becomes a flow state. Same concept as running. Same thing. When I did these videos with my buddy, we had the same thoughts every single time getting on these college campuses. We were scared. We were tentative. It took us maybe 3-4 times to actually muster up the balls and do it after saying we would do it. And then by 6 interactions, we were like, yo, I want to go. No, I want to go. No, I want to go. It happened every single time. That was the process it went through. Your brain trying to preserve your safety, gaining momentum by just simply walking and committing, and then more and more momentum after each and every single interaction. And like I said, after a handful of interactions, you're in flow state. You then want to be social as fuck to everybody. And this is coming from a person that wasn't very social growing up. I did not like doing this. This felt very uncomfortable to me. I just committed to doing it, and it worked. And it worked every single time exactly like this. It doesn't matter if you're introverted, extroverted, ugly, this, that. You gain momentum by just doing it more and more and more. It's the same concept as working out. It's your brain reluctant to do it because it thinks everything bad's going to unfold. And then once you show your brain that it's not as dangerous as you previously thought, it lets up and you get into a state of, I want to do this more and more, and it's easy. If you're finding it hard to socialize, take the first step, whether it's a stranger, whether it's a group online, whatever the case is, commit yourself to breaking the ice. And once you do that, do it to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 entities, 6 people, whatever the case is. And you'll see after a handful of interactions, you won't give a flying fuck about being tentative. You're just like, oh, this is fun. I will say it resets every single day though. You don't always stay in this state of flow. You get there by doing it, and then it resets the next day. Then it resets the next day. It's a pattern. But once you understand the pattern, you can break through the negative emotions that you feel when you first try to do it, because you know what's going to happen. Understand the process. And that's what gave us courage when we did these videos. We understood the process. We're like, okay, it's going to suck for the first 1 to 2 times, but after that, we're gravy. Hopefully this helps you out. The only way to overcome this is just fucking doing it. There's no technique. There's no hack. There's no this. There's no that. Just understand there's a process to this, and it's not random. And we go through it with pretty much everything that we do, whether it's working out, whether it's approaching a stranger and being more social, whether it's fucking cleaning our house, whether it's investing money. Our brain is super reluctant to put us in situations where a potential bad outcome can unfold. So understand that about your brain and know that those thoughts aren't real. It's your brain trying to protect you, but you don't fucking need protection. I will say what also really helped is having brothers around you, brotherhood. Me and my buddy would push each other to do this, and it's a lot easier to be more social if you have 1 to 2 really good friends that are on the same wavelength as you, whether it's online or in person. Just find some good people to be around that are going to push you to break through that pain barrier. I feel like men are separated in 2 categories now, and it's more evident now than ever. The ones that want to get better and the ones that don't care about getting better. I myself would like to think I fall in the category of wanting to get better, and I want to build a brotherhood. I want to build a big fucking community of like-minded men that share similar beliefs, that want to work out, that want to make more money using the internet, that want to understand male-female dynamics so they can get better at dating in 2025, where it's so fucking competitive. The group is called Fortitude. I would love to have you there if you're one of the men that have balls and want to become better. Like, comment, subscribe, and get out there and be fucking social. That's the only way to fix this.